During the campaign, the president said, if you want to know what my policies are, you have to look to the people I surround myself with. So I did. Van Jones, he's our green jobs czar. He said the same thing, except he said, quote, personnel is policy. Well, what does that tell you? Well, in the case of Van Jones and several others in this administration, it says that the president has an agenda that is radical, revolutionary, and in some cases Marxist. We have laid this case out before you for several weeks, and we didn't just tell you these things. We showed you the video in their own words. But for the last 24 hours, everybody in the media has been talking about Van Jones and what he said about the Republicans. Apparently, what has captured the attention of so many people since we played this video yesterday is the fact that Van Jones called the Republicans a naughty name in February of this year. Well, Van Jones has apologized. He's sorry he said the A word about Republicans. He's not sorry, however. Let me show you. He's sorry about calling the Republicans this, but he's not sorry at all about these things, that he's a self-avowed communist. Not sorry about that. That he says that we need a whole new system. No apology. No apology for his freeing, what was this guy's name? Mumia Abu Jamal, the communist cop killer in Philadelphia. How about the being a member of the radical group Storm? Communist. No. How about being a black nationalist in his past? No apology for that. How about taking wealth from one group and another and doing it the entire system over? No. No apology for that. How about his statement on this one? You ready? In fact, let me go back because I want you to hear the words. Let me go back and show you him in his own words about wealth and how that should happen.
No more broken treaties. No more broken treaties. Give them the wealth. Give them the wealth.
Give the Indians the wealth. He's not sorry for that. That doesn't sound capitalist to me. Not a word from Van Jones concerning his remarks that, listen to this one, whites are purposely poisoning minority neighborhoods.
The white polluters and the white environmentalists are essentially steering poison into the people of color communities.
Boy, America, I mean, shouldn't we get an answer for just this one? Whites are poisoning minorities. He's not sorry for that. Oh, he's sorry that he called Republicans a-holes. Yeah, he's not this. He's not apologized yet for saying that immigrants are being sprayed with toxins intentionally by Americans.
What about our immigrant sisters and brothers? What about our immigrant sisters and brothers? What about people who come here from all around the world who we're willing to have out in the fields with poison being sprayed on them?
What is really going on in our country? Van Jones is just the most obvious one, but there are several radicals that we have found that are very, very close to Barack Obama. Before the break, I asked you, how could not only a radical but a 9/11 truther get this high up in the administration? I told you there were only two explanations. The first possible reason: the president has the worst vetting system in the history of our country. How incompetent must the FBI be to let someone like Van Jones get this close to the president? You know what? I'm a libertarian, but I'm very conservative on the police and our military. I believe in police and military. I'm sorry to ask that question of the FBI because I believe the FBI, they're good guys. They're not incompetent. But boy, FBI, you might want to speak up. I already showed you the things that Van Jones, Obama's green advisor, should have apologized for. If it's this answer, then Barack Obama should immediately make a statement condemning Van Jones, accept his resignation, and fire everyone in the FBI that is incompetent. He needs to come out and say no to all of these. That no, whites are not poisoning minorities. No, we don't want to redistribute all of the wealth. No. Black nationalist, that's in the past. Member of Black Radical Storm? No. Free cop killers? Absolutely not. We do not need a whole new system. And communism is death. Oh, and by the way, we didn't blow up the 9/11 buildings, and we're not currently spraying toxins on immigrants on purpose. The second explanation is a more terrifying one, that our president knew exactly what this guy believed. And this is the kind of man he's looking for in his administration for his agenda. I have a pretty clear answer on what I believe. Do you? Let me show you again. Let me show you the president's very close personal friend, Valerie Jarrett, and her thoughts on Van Jones.
Van Jones, we were so delighted to be able to recruit him into the White House. We've been watching him really he's not that old, but for as long as he's been active out in Oakland and all of the ways that he has, the creative ideas that he has. And so now we have captured that.
See, this isn't about Van Jones, because now it's about Valerie Jarrett too. She knows as well. Valerie, do you agree with these things? You've been following him. How many mistakes with close personal friends? How many mistakes, and oh, I didn't know that about my advisor, are you going to allow this president to make before you wake up and stand up? Where is Congress? In 20 years at Jeremiah Wright's church, Obama only ever heard the pastor talk about rainbow-colored unicorns. William Ayers, co-founder of the domestic terror group, the Weather Underground. Obama says, I was really young when all that happened. I didn't know that he was blowing stuff up. For the love of Pete, he said a friend introduced him. You're going over to a guy who was a terrorist who blew up the Pentagon. Do you not tell your friend that you're going to introduce him to? Do you not say, by the way, don't say anything about blowing up buildings. He kind of did some stuff. You didn't know that? He didn't know about Rashid Khalidi's compassionate feelings for terrorists. Now, Communist Van Jones. Didn't know? I don't know. Science czar John Holdren. Is the president for the forced abortions and putting sterilants in the drinking water? How about regulatory czar Cass Sunstein? He wants animals to be able to sue you in court. Help me out here. How about the president's close ties with Acorn? His close ties, he's surrounded by the SEIU. None of this is an accident. How about this last one? I love this. You know who designed the stimulus package? Well, let me tell you about a guy here in New York. Guy here in New York is the chair of an organization called the Apollo Alliance of New York. You know who he is? It's so funny. He was the partner with William Ayers that founded the Weather Underground. Who is the Apollo Alliance? Oh my gosh, the Apollo Alliance, one of the board members, one of the members of the Apollo Alliance is Van Jones. Isn't that? Oh, you know what else they've done? They designed the stimulus package. America, it is time for you to pick up your phone and call the White House and be extraordinarily polite, but extraordinarily clear. Demand answers. Demand the truth. Mr. President, if you really believe that the current system of American capitalism needs to change, make the damn case. Do not do it behind closed doors. Call the White House now. Call your congressman and your senator and say, where the hell are you?